Hi, everybody. This is Elilz-sha Keating for WisdomSeekers.net, and we're here to do the Water Weekly, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, January 19th through 25th, 2020, and I shall jump right into it. And the first card I pulled was Share Your Thoughts. And right now, it is a time to connect. It is a time to reach out and share with each other, because it is a tough time for a lot of people. And it's a tough time for a lot of people because they're being thrown into the deep end, so to speak. And what you haven't bothered to clear up, or you've been too scared to clear up, or you haven't considered it a problem, it's coming up and you have to clear it up. You don't have a choice. So if you thought what you had to clear up was just normal part of life, and you find out that it isn't, it's kind of be a little overwhelming and a little shocking. So now is a good time to reach out and share with other people. And there is a lot of what we thought was normal turns out to be holding you back. Not normal, not healthy. So 8 of Pentacles. And for the water crowd, it's a very good starter. Eight of Pentacles is Master Craftsman. And those of you who follow my readings, you are Master Craftsmen by this stage. Otherwise, you wouldn't be following what I'm doing. You'd follow somebody else who was a little less, who does a little less of what I do and a little more of how the people are reacting, what your future is going to be, etc., etc. So, Master Craftsman, it means that in the core of you, there's a center that is confident and comfortable with what you're doing. You're able to deal with situations. They may not be great, may not be fun, but you know how to deal with it. And what covers you is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is all about support. In a general reading, it would be about romance, and the person that you're in love with is support. It lends you strength, it lends you balance, and there's continued growth. Well, it's the same thing here, except that what's supporting you may be the universe rather than a human being. And you find that you lend strength, but then it turns out, wow, that strength is actually your own strength. And the change, that's your change. The change that you chose. And the balance is because you have the tools for it. What's behind you? It's the Hierophant. And the Hierophant in my deck is a healing card. It's a card of knowledge. It's a card of knowledge. And the more you know about yourself, the more you understand the situation, the more you can heal. And what's just below you, what's just happened or is in the process of happening, is 3 of Wands. And again, that is actually a business card. But in this circumstance, it is that you're taking control of your own life. You're being responsible for your own actions. It's a very positive card. Because you're taking control or responsibility for your own actions, things are starting to come out in the way, not the way you expected, not the way you dream necessarily, but in a way that works for you and works for you in a very positive way. What's coming up is 6 of Wands, which is also a very positive card. The 6 of Wands is you put in the effort, you've worked hard. You should be very pleased with yourself, pleased with the outcome, pleased with how you've managed things. And you put in the effort, and it's been a bit, well, as the saying is, a grueling race. And yes, it has been, but you've put in the effort. You are at a place where it is not a breather. I would love to say yes, there's a breather, but I don't see any breathers happening. But where you can go, yeah, I think I understand. It feels good. And why do I say no breather? Because the next card is deep subconscious change. And that's been prevalent through all the readings. And this is the third reading I've done for this week. Deep subconscious change. Will it be frustrating? Yes, of course it's going to be frustration, because when there's change, it happens because we don't understand what is causing us to hold it back. If we knew what was causing it to hold us back, we would, of a necessity, have changed it. But because there's a part of us that is in fear and cannot see a clear way, and fears the change itself, and fear is is the hardest part of the change. Always has been, always will be. If you can jump and say, yep, I'm going to go through the fear of the change and just go into the change is hardly ever really a big deal. What's coming up is the Justice card, and that's my light worker card. So that's the second major arcana for this week for water. And the Justice card is it goes along with the sword of the subconscious things coming up. You're cutting away that which is no longer necessary. Your heart is lightening. And like I say, with all things that happen, the more we clear, the more psychic or spiritual, intuitive we become. And that it's a hand in hand. The clearer we are, the more we can feel what is right, what is wrong. And right now, that is a huge part of the evolution. We are becoming more aware of our intuition. Maybe it's more on a physical level than it's ever been before. So it's not just in your mind that you get this feeling, or your heart, you get this feeling. It's almost like your body's going, don't do that. And you get frustrated because it feels like simply, gee, I don't like that person. And why don't I like that person? I don't understand. But if you pay attention, it might be that you're being told there's something not quite right. So pay attention to that energy. And once you realize that, yes, you're right, there is something not quite right, that energy, it dissipates mostly. But there will be enough left to remind you to be careful, very careful of person, place, or thing. Okay? So will we resist this a bit? Yes, of course we will resist it a bit. That's part of who we are. And then what will happen? Our intuition will kick in. And this is what I've just been talking about. And when our intuition kicks in, the Six of Pentacles, that parts of us that have been separated for eons since childhood will come together, and we will start to be more complete. And when that happens, you will find that your intelligence spikes, becomes smarter, because the more energy you have for yourself, the more the energy can and will help you remember, think, feel, because it's a natural. Our bodies are not what we think with. We use the synapses, etc., to get the thought process working, but literally we think and feel outside of our bodies. So the clearer we are, it comes through our bodies easier. Okay, so share your thoughts. Right now it's time to reach out and and share with each other, to care about each other. Because, and this is an axiom that is true, a new day dawns. We are moving into a new dawn. We're moving into, that's a feather, a piece of a feather. We're moving into a new energy. I'm not sure if we're at the tipping point yet. I would love to say yes, but sure feels like it. but that could be simply that things are happening for me to point out certain things and for in my life that makes it feel like, wow, this has got to be a tipping point. Or it could be that we are in general moving to a tipping point, and when that happens, you can expect a fast slide. It's not going to even out and be tip over fine, okay, we're great. It will be a fast slide, which means a lot more of the same, but touch wood, it'll be simpler. And when I say touch wood, it's from the Celts who had the wood as sacred in their lives, the sacred wood circles and things. And so when you say touch wood, it is a Celtic saying to for support and communications with the gods. So as I said, that was a piece of feather, right? Okay, so what can I do for you today?
Mimi starts us off with, what was Dario heard about?
What was he heard about?
Mm-hmm.
I can ask him. Doesn't mean he will tell me. He's just really very angry. I don't think it actually has to do with you, but he took it out on you. And I would just back off a long way. If he comes back from this, you can't. It will be his own choice, and you can know that it's honest and it's real. Okay, but in the meantime, just stay away from him. And like I said, it wasn't actually about you, but his anger is directed towards you because you happen to be in the way. All right, but walk away right now. If you want to salvage anything, don't go near him.
Just Jakari Thomas says general for the rest of this month. Also, hey guys.
A general?
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned.
Jakari.
Thomas.
So, you know the reading I just did? Your guides are saying, pay attention to it. Because basically what I just said is what you're going to deal with. So go back and listen to what I read, because as I said, what I just said is what you're going to be experiencing. Good luck.
Miracle 33 says, hello, ladies. Kathy W. says, hello. I know it's a weird question, but I left a voice message on the phone of a Craigslist ad about a free queen bed frame. Will a guy call me back today to pick it up?
I suspect you might want to keep on looking. I suspect he's had a few calls, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think
Craigslist is known for hookups.
Yeah, but this is for a queen bed.
Yeah, still, it could be a little.
Yeah, in my area we have a buy and sell, and then we have one site that on Facebook that's for everything is free. Why don't you look there? I'm sure you've got one on your Facebook area too. I mean, those things are just kind of common, and they're monitored, so a little safer. Okay, but yeah, I don't think. And then there's some really good deals in our local areas, and some are free.
And also, Wayfair. I mean, they do offer mattresses.
Yeah.
And they ship directly to your door.
I wouldn't buy a mattress from
Not necessarily
online.
a mattress, but she's talking about a bed frame.
Yeah, and Wayfair, you can get them for $150.
They're fairly cheap.
And we've bought about 4 beds, 3 beds.
3.
Yeah. One bed we never used because nobody wanted it. Because it was supposed to be a queen, but they shipped us
double
instead.
It was too small for
our mattresses. And we didn't realize that because it did say queen on it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, we've had some really good. Well, Elle's got a really good bed.
I have a metal frame bed right now that took me like 3-4 hours to put together with the help of dogs.
Yeah, and dogs are very helpful, as you know.
But yeah, keep shopping around. Like Mom said, she didn't pick up anything decent about this person. Neither did I. My first thought was have a quick test. So
yeah, so keep on looking.
Lacar Snow asks, will I find a job within the next 6 months?
Yes. May not be the job you're looking for, but it is a job, it is a job that will get you to the job you are looking for, if that makes sense. Okay?
Moonfeather asks, hi ladies, how was your day? How has your day been going? Just wondering if my guides have anything to say at this time, please, and thank you.
So tell you to pay attention to the small details. Okay? And that's basically it. Tell her to pay attention to the small details.
Zulami R asks, has my A1C blood sugar glucose level been going down lately?
The doctor must have scared the hell out of you for you to ask these questions like that. Maybe you should go and talk to a professional about it or other people, because to have that kind of fear is not healthy and it's not helping you. Okay, if that makes any sense. Worrying about it is going to have the opposite effect on your sugar and levels and things like that. So you really, really need to talk to somebody who actually knows what's going on and you can take courses on diabetes, especially in the States, I think. They will teach you how to eat right and things like that. Because a friend of mine just discovered that she had diabetes, and she went to a bunch of courses that were provided by the medical community to help her deal with the situation and what to expect in her life and how to live with it. And that might be something that you really want to pursue, because this has been something you've been asking about for a while now. Okay, so and I am. You can take tests, I think you can do blood tests every day. And you probably should. That would be telling you more than I can tell you. And as my daughter will tell you, I am not a medical intuitive. It's not something that I've ever been extremely interested in doing. But and so because of that, I can't really give you any. I'm not accurate in that area. People who are more interested in it can give you a more accurate answer, but take that blood test thing. I think you can get them on Amazon for like $30 or something. That's a good one. I'd like to say my energy, my feeling is yes, things have started to shift and change for you. But as again, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional, and I'm not qualified in that area. I can only give you an idea, and my idea is yes, it feels like it is slowly going down. If you're afraid of doctors or it costs a lot of money, I think then you really need to invest in that machine and for $30 odd and check it out for yourself. Okay.
Love Life says hello. Yasmin Fox asks, hey, what are the messages from my angels? Thank you.
Okay. This is what they said. And we're rooting for you. Keep up the good work. Congratulations. Okay. That's all I got. But the feeling was, in general, that what you're doing, they're pleased with you, and so I remember giving you you asked this question not too long ago, and we had a slightly different answer. So obviously, you've done some stuff. Congratulations.
Bree Smith asks, is Brittany Ferguson in a romantic relationship right now?
Who?
Brittany Ferguson.
I'm going to decline to answer that because it is a third party question, and I don't think it's actually that relevant for me to answer.
Barbara Spellman asks, does my ex Jose miss me?
Actually, he does, which I'm surprised about, because usually exes say, yeah, no, not interested at all. But he does. So if you miss him, reach out and talk to him.
Love Life asks, what does Harris think about me with the recent meeting? I think I messed up.
Okay. I think you might be right. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I do think if you want to, you can salvage it, but you have to be very careful how you go forward with that.
Meliola says, hi, Elisha and Elle. We're having snow, so are we. Take
yes, you can have it. I am actually getting to the place where I'm sick of it. We've had snow for like 10 days straight. A long time.
I feel like we've had snow since the beginning of the year.
Basically, yes.
With like maybe a day
here and there
maybe
without it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of sick of it. Our snow on our front porch is starting to block our window, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So complain.
the people who are hired to plow our strata area don't have a big enough machine or a heavy enough machine to actually move the snow.
And they don't have any place to put it. No place left. They actually covered our fire hydrant.
So
if we have a fire, we're
screwed.
Very much screwed.
Anyhow, take the snow. You can have it. We don't want it.
Not anymore.
I don't think we ever really wanted the snow. Let's be real here.
Well, the thing is, when it's going to go to above degrees, turn into water, and go to below degrees and turn into ice. And I'm going, no, I won't be able to go outside. Well, I can because we have salt, but
it's still a pain in the bum because not everybody in town uses salt.
Yeah, so I have to be very careful. I have a fake knee, and I would not like to fall on that knee.
You don't want to fall, period.
Period, but specifically on that knee.
Yeah.
It took me a year to recover from the last operation.
Anyhow, where are we? Jasmine Moore asks, "Hi, ladies. What do my spirit guides have? What do my spirit guides want me to know about building a stronger spiritual connection?"
Oh, we're talking about snow, right? I was thinking snowman. But I don't think you want to know about building a snowman. Okay, stronger spiritual connection. The easiest answer for that is learning how to calm the mind so that you can hear what your guides have to tell you. And that's very hard to do. It really is not an easy it's not an easy thing. But that is the best thing you can do. And of course, facing your fears straight on is going to always be one of the best ways to deal with building a connection. And the more you trust yourself, the more you believe in yourself, and the more you forgive yourself, the stronger your spiritual connection will be. And the clearer you are, the more you clear out your beliefs, because beliefs are simply that. They're just beliefs. And the more you clear out beliefs and get to knowings, the stronger your spiritual connection will be. And that's difficult because there are some beliefs that we think are actually real because society has told us they are real. And then when we find out they're not real, it's kind of a shock to the system. Allow your system to go into shock because having true knowledge is so much healthier than beliefs. And hopefully that was that in a nutshell. That was a lot of nutshell, but hopefully that will help you.
Amanda Cox asks, "Is my JX aware that the girl he cheated on me is now in a relationship with someone?"
I
don't think he really cares.
Yeah. I had to go with he doesn't care.
Melly Valley asks, "Hi, Elilz-sha and Elle. How is Gemini feeling now?"
I had a sense of relief from him. So you must have talked to him and told him a few truths, because there's a sense of relief coming from him. What else? Yeah, it just feels like a strong sense of relief more than anything. I think the guy is kind of afraid of his own shadow quite often, and he doesn't really know. He doesn't know what's the word. He doesn't always know up from down when it comes to emotions and reality. So whatever you did, it was probably the right thing. Okay?
Miriam M asks, can you pull 3 cards for me, please?
No questions?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. Okay, end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. Watch your back. Somebody's trying to pull something over on you. You are already aware of it, but be aware that it's real. King of Pentacles. I think this might actually be a human being. King of Pentacles has never been my favorite, but they're very self-aware. They know what they want out of life, but they're not very, they're pretty state. I pulled an extra card, 8 of Pentacles. You have the ability to deal with all the situations in your life and do it well. Okay.
Mellow Yellow says, intelligent spikes. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. We've talked about that, haven't we? Yes. But it does. It will you will be amazed at how much more you are aware of things.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello ladies, hope you're doing well. Love your necklace. Can you give me a message from my angel guides? Thank you.
So basically what your guide said was, you're trying too hard. Step back, allow things to fall into place, and you will find that you are much that things move a lot more easy for you. And yes, that's very poor English, but that the things move for you in a smoother way when you can when you allow things to fall into place. Don't try to maneuver them into place, I guess is what they're trying to say. Okay. And also they're saying, don't worry quite so much. What will be will be.
Debbie says, hi Alicia and Elle. Mellow Yellow says, oh, by the way, did my grandpa like the flowers?
Your grandfather liked the flowers a great deal. And he kind of says, well, you should know. You should be able to hear me. So, yep, your grandfather liked the flowers and he told you so.
Laura H. asks, hi Alicia and Elle, how are you? Will I be in a committed long-term relationship this year?
It appears that there's a few things you need to do first. And it has to do with working on who you are, what you believe about yourself. As when you like yourself a bit more, and I know that's a very harsh thing I just said, but when you like yourself a bit more and trust yourself a bit more, that relationship will fall into place. Okay.
Emily Aquine says, "Hey, Elisha and Elle." Debbie asks, "Will I get to work in fashion, or am I just too old to start a new career?" You're never too old.
No, actually, you're not too old, and you have a great deal of ability and insight. So I do believe it might be different from you anticipate, but it will be. There will be. You will be working in fashion.
Emily Aquine asks, "What are the current energies that the Libra has towards me?"
At the moment, he's preoccupied. He appears to be preoccupied with something else in his life. And I'm not sure what he does for a living, but it appears that at the moment, what he's doing for his business is or for his work is taking up a great deal of his attention. Okay.
Miriam M says thank you, and Debbie ends us off with thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We're finished.
Yep.
Well, my daughter has to run off. She's going to go see her grandkids, grandkids.
Jennifer Schweb says, "I understand that's great advice. I've been trying to relax more, stress less, but I guess not as much as I thought. LOL."
Well, it's very predominant actually in the energy when I tune into your guides. So they're showing me you sitting with a cup of coffee and maybe a cookie and just reading a book or something. But good luck and thank you, everybody. This has been a great 40 minutes. And I will let you go. Thank you so much. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody.